So YouTube's on easy mode. You've probably heard that a lot if you've done any time researching how to grow on YouTube as a small content creator, or if you've looked into starting a YouTube channel as a new creator. Yes, easy mode is the one of maybe the most pervasive thing out there for new and small YouTube content creators, is that all you have to do is show up, and somehow, miraculously, that gets you discovered in the algorithm. So, how does it work? This experiment was to see how easy mode actually can or can't help you get discovered in the algorithm. So, easy mode, what exactly is it? Well, it's the school of thought by a lot of content creator experts out there that says that you can succeed on YouTube with a very low bar of production value. And all you have to do really is just turn your camera on. You can shoot anywhere. You can use any kind of camera. You can use your phone. You can use an old phone. And you can shoot it anywhere. You can sit in your car and shoot it. I've done many of those videos. You don't have to have a Mr. Beast type of setup. You don't need a whole lot of editing. You can just do simple one take videos and talk until you're done. Or you don't have to have a lot of really good editing. You can just kind of do the jump cut editing, which I know I've done that too. And it's just basically saying that you don't have to put in a whole lot of effort to grow on YouTube. That somehow this authentic version of your videos will catch on and you will become super popular, or you'll find success. Easy growth, easy subscribers, easy watch time, whatever it is. So going back to the video that I referenced in the first part of this series from Take My Journey, on the surface, that video is probably, I would say, 100% easy mode. She just was talking into the camera on a walk. It looked like she was probably either on her property or somewhere in her neighborhood. It was outside. Looked like it was very cold, and she was just telling her story. And I would say 100% that checks all the boxes for easy mode, and the video did take off. Why is it that easy mode works for some creators and it doesn't work for other creators, was the question that I had. Because on this channel, I have done that. Heck, back when I was first starting this channel, when it was all a weight loss channel, there were days that I would sit in my car at lunch and just talk about my week, how everything went. So I was doing car videos back then. I would go outside on my walk at lunch around the Capitol, and I would just find a nice little cozy spot, and I would just kind of talk about what my experience was for that week. It didn't really take my videos anywhere, but this was probably pre-easy mode era on YouTube, right? Right? So when I went to do this experiment for the channel, I tried to replicate the video from Take My Journey and her easy mode style by shooting it in my car, because it was quite cold that day and I was not in the mood to take a walk. So I shot it on my phone, this phone here that I'm using right now. I have an iPhone 11. It's an old phone of mine that I have pretty much used, I think, the entirety of the channel that I've had, because when I first had this as a new phone, it was the camera I used, and then I since have gotten a newer one and I still use this to record on. So I sat in my car, I recorded my video, and I uploaded it. I took the low thumbnail approach and an easy title, and lo and behold, I got not many views. So the video itself got very low impressions, as I mentioned in the previous video about the new content creator boost. So easy mode didn't necessarily contribute anything to the video. Now, why would that be? Well, mostly it would be because the algorithm can't tell your production value. You could have a completely beautifully scripted, beautifully set studio and wonderful lighting and everything, and you're a brand new channel and you put it out and you could possibly get 0 views like my channel did, or you could do the easy mode version and get the exact same number, because there's no way for the algorithm to tell if your video is high production value, medium production value, or low production value. So the idea that somehow easy mode is a hack or a way to grow on YouTube kind of confounds me, because if you're talking straight about the algorithm, there's no way to know. And the catch-22 is that they say, oh, well, easy mode is because you connect with the audience. You're being your authentic self. You're sitting in your car and you're talking. You're doing, like, DoorDash, for example, or someone like that who's just sitting in her car talking, or she's in her house talking, or wherever it is. Okay, you connect with your audience. And I will 100% give you that it's you being your authentic self and you being authentic in your delivery and your presentation, and you're shooting on the equipment that you have and you're shooting in the locations that you have. I'll give you that 100%. The problem is, until your video is discovered, it doesn't matter what your production value is. If the algorithm only sends your video out to 9 people, like my 2 videos were, no one's going to, 9 people are going to see it. And in order for it to catch on, either all 9 of those people have to click on it and see, or it's dead in the water. So I'm confused about easy mode and why it's kind of held up as this way to grow on YouTube. When you're first starting out, the biggest barrier you have is getting your videos seen. So in the case of my first video, when I had mentioned that it had gotten sent out to people who were, I guess, would you say, anti-establishment type people. So it was not going to resonate with them at all, because no matter what style of video it was, because it wasn't actually what they watch. If they're talking about, political rebellion or some other type of rebellion, and mine's just talking about rebelling against stereotypes, it probably wasn't exactly what they watched. So it didn't matter how many times it was sent out, because they're not going to watch it. And it didn't matter what the production value was of it, because they're not going to watch it. So when I did the second test on the second video and took out the rebellion part, it still only got 9 impressions in the first 24 hours. So neither video ever found an audience that would appreciate the easy mode approach, because there was no way for the algorithm to know that. So the takeaway for this part of the video is that it doesn't matter if you have Hollywood style special effects, the best editors on the planet, or James Cameron as your director. If no one sees your video, no one's going to watch it, and the algorithm's not going to know how it's produced. And easy mode successes, I would classify the Take My Journey video as an easy mode success. It's probably more the exception than the rule, although many content creator experts have taken it to be a hard and fast rule that that's all you need. And if you're succeeding on YouTube now, somehow it's because it's easy mode. It really doesn't matter or make sense that this would be such a pervasive, I was going to say at this point, myth, that YouTube success is based on easy mode. So if you're like me and you're still kind of trying to get to monetization and trying to build your audience and build your channel, or if you're brand new and just starting out, I would say it's fine if that's the style of videos you want to do. I love doing my car videos, because a lot of times I turn on the camera after work and I've thought about something on my drive home, which is all of 10 minutes, and I just want to talk about something. But don't rely on it as the answer to how your channel is going to grow, because it's probably not going to affect it, unless you're just so raw and authentic that You're just raw and authentic, and it doesn't matter. And that's more about authenticity rather than it being easy mode. So what do you think about easy mode? Do you think it's a hard and fast rule, that it actually is the thing that gets you the growth? Or do you think it's one of those buzzwords that people use just to get other content creators starting out to watch their videos? I'm more inclined to think it's just a trendy topic right now, because oddly enough, after I did this experiment and I was in the process of developing the series here, about a week ago, I happened to see a video from Marcus Jones. He's an expert, a YouTube expert who talks about content creation, and he had talked about easy mode. So I was very curious. I wanted to see what he had to say. And in his interpretation of easy mode, it was about using an AI tool to take your long form content and turn it into shorts, as a software that does that. He also references this small content creator who landed a sponsorship with Walmart. And somehow in that, he equated that to easy mode. So I was curious and I asked him a question on his video. And at first, he didn't quite answer the question. And then at second, I just kind of wanted to go point blank and say, I think this is kind of a myth and a trendy topic, and it's not really explaining how you grow on YouTube using this method. And he just referenced back to the his thesis in his video. So he didn't really give me a solid answer, and that leads me to think that easy mode is just all smoke and mirrors. So if you think it is, give me a comment below. If you think it's, if you agree with me, yeah, give me a comment below. I don't care. But I would like to get a little discussion going on what is easy mode and if you think it really exists. So I'll see you next time.